Hi Leo, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Leo from the 8th until the 14th. And as I did in October, I am going to talk about the astrology while I create the placements for Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon. I'll read those at the end. So make sure that you stick around for the additional messages that are going to be meaningful for you. As always, if you do not resonate with everything that you hear in this particular reading, make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, your moon, your rising, and your north node, or anywhere else that you have major placements in your chart that you happen to know of, okay? So listen guys, in general this week is going to be a little wonky up until we get to the weekend. We have the moon in the sign of Capricorn, and we have a lot of stuff that's popping up. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is like super thick. So I'll go ahead and get these shuffled in for you guys. We definitely have this major conjunction that's happening with Capricorn and Venus. And the two don't naturally get along. They're on the opposite ends of the chart. It's like mom and dad having a little bit of an argument or a disagreement. And that can be and present itself in a very interesting myriad of ways for people. We have that energy that is going to be around specifically on Monday, and it will kind of taper off a little bit on Tuesday, but we do have a lot of energetics still. We have Mars in Scorpio that is pushing against the whole Capricorn thought process. We also have Mercury in Scorpio that pops up into the thought process. We also have a square with Chiron and Aries that has, been chasing us for a little bit. And again, the whole Chiron and Aries is about us owning our business. Interesting. And we also have the opportunity with all the things that have been going on with Pluto to really kind of face those things that we have to own up to for ourselves. If you took advantage of the new moon in Scorpio last week, then hopefully you were able to honor those pieces about yourself that were ready to be let go. At least have them brought up to the surface so that you can deal with it and let it go, so that you can allow new beautiful things to show up in its place. And this week is a lot of about continuing to let that happen. In fact, the entire month of November is really going to be kind of thick with that whole same thought process. Now we do have a really interesting piece, and that is the whole Neptune in Taurus, which wants to come forward and step forward a lot in our environment. We still have the airy-fairy energy that pops up with the Aquarius and Pisces energy that is with us at the beginning of the week. And then again, another huge conjunction with the whole Pluto in Capricorn that shows up especially on Tuesday. And so, the whole Pluto in Capricorn is about the transformation as well, because Pluto is the energy of judgment, second opportunities, second chances, and things showing up in our environments that really need to be honored and focused on as far as change and shift. So that shows up this week, so that's pressing on us a little bit. Then we get to the really heavy part on Wednesday. We have the square that pops up as the moon changes into the sign of Aquarius, but it has this forceful position with Mars in Scorpio. It forces itself with that whole Magician and Mercury in Scorpio. That can be a little bit uncomfortable for people. And then it also has this really challenging position with the whole Saturn in Aquarius placement in the moon in Aquarius. So that can be a little bit challenging for people as it goes through its conjunction. And then of course the same thing happens with the square with the Saturn in Aquarius pushing up against Mercury and Scorpio on Wednesday. Then we get down to the energetics of that Neptune in Taurus that shows up, and that could be a little bit wonky for people as well. because now we're getting to the brass tacks about what it is that we have to own up to and sort of change in our environment. So we got a lot of energy that's happening on those couple of days. Then of course we get to this gorgeous energy of Thursday, which is the 11/11 portal. And the 11/11 portal is going to open up for a lot of people an opportunity to hear your guides, angels, crossed over loved ones, anyone that is in your particular pantheon that can offer you some additional messages for transitioning out of anything that's weird. So again, to allow those new things to show up. So a lot of people going through some additional portions of awakening. I don't care how awake you think you are at this particular moment. It's the journey that we're going through, and therefore there's a lot of changes that we also have to honor within ourselves. We also have Veterans Day and Remembrance Day for those of us here in North America and in Canada. And so there's an opportunity for some people to be around more people. So if you're a person that's sensitive around people and you happen to be out and about with maybe a day off from work and the kids a day off from school, just be aware that even if it's not your particular energy that is having some of these challenges, it can be other people that you're dealing with. And so you just kind of have to beef yourself up a little bit. Beef up your protection, I guess is what I'm saying on these days specifically. Now we do have the moon changing sign in Pisces on Thursday, but really it's going to be more felt when we get to Friday, which is when we get a little bit of this relief, because we have the two water signs that are in agreement, right? So we have Scorpio and we have Pisces that are there in the mix. In fact, that Mars energy with Scorpio kind of is a good situation with that whole Pisces moon, as is Mercury having that conversation with Scorpio, and also the energetics of the whole Neptune in Taurus energy actually kind of shakes itself out and kind of levels itself out a little bit. That continues on into Saturday when we have this beautiful trine again with those particular energies, especially when we get to the moon and the sun in Scorpio and the moon in Pisces on Saturday, and then the whole Neptune in we're talking about Pluto and Capricorn on Saturday as well. So you know, we got, like I said, a lot of heavy energies this particular week, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see how that shakes out for people. Wow, you got double angels here for you guys. So yeah, I mean, it's just going to be a really kind of heavy, hectic week for some people. Of course, do your best to keep yourself protected, keep your vibration raised as much as you possibly can. Practice your bubble of protection. Practice going into meditation and clearing opportunities as much as you can. I'd say if you can do it morning, noon, and night, then you're going to be in a really good position to keep anyone's negativity that you may have that has maybe latched onto you to absolutely have it released. Being grounded in meditation, walking, doing any of those different types of things that are meaningful for you is going to be fantastic for you for this particular week, okay? And of course, you know, we still have the big situation that's getting ready to happen the following week, which is the lunar eclipse in the sign of Taurus. So yeah, we have a lot going on, you guys. So this week I am using the Thoth Tarot deck to do your main spread here. I will use the White Sage Tarot to do any clarifiers that we need, but I'm also going to pull some prior energies from our Dragon Tarot deck just so that I can be nosy and help you guys get caught up with the energy of the situation that has been going on this week. And of course, we're going to start off the reading here in just a few minutes with the Sacred Geometry deck. Thank you. Wow. That one really wanted to push and come out. And we're going to use the energy of the Whispers of Ganesha. So we're going to use the cards again from the Ganesha and their Hindu pantheon to help support us. Again, he is here to support us with removing as many obstacles as possible. So you can always call on Ganesha to support you with those things. All right, so we have the sun, the rising, and the moon. We will read those towards the end, and let's go ahead and get into the reading. Leo, Leo, Leo. Here we go. Let us see what we have for our Leos for this upcoming week. Sun, moon, and rising. What unifies them all? Wow. Well, you guys definitely have the ancient sound frequencies. This is the card that talks about making sure that you can balance and or rebalance your frequency, your vibration, and your energy. So that's going to be very important for you. This is a master card. This is card number 1. So this is going to be very important for you guys this upcoming week, okay? I'm going to go ahead and lay down these cards for this week for our Leos. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay, I'm going to go this way. And one more time, and I'll go ahead and get them spread out. So thank you guys so much for tuning back in. Thank you so much for your views. Thank you so much for your likes and your shares and your subscribes. If you're new, of course, make sure that you take a look at some of the other details that I have out there. Of course, if what you hear does not resonate, make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, your mind, your sun, your rising, your moon, and your north node to really get a very full picture. I am still taking bookings from people. I love helping people one-on-one. So if you are interested in a personal reading with me, then make sure that you take a look at the description box below, and you'll find all the details that you need, including email. I get a lot of emails from people, and I am not mad about that. Continue to do so. Whatever floats your boat, I am here to help. Okay, here we go. So the energy that we have on Monday is the 6 of Swords in the reverse position, followed up by the major arcana of the Aeon, which is Pluto, which is Judgment in the reverse position, just so that you're aware. On, let's see, we have Wednesday, we have the Ace of Swords coming through, a gift of clarity, of new communication potentially, getting you to this next level. On Thursday, we have the 3 of Discs, or the 3 of Pentacles, showing up in the reverse position. Okay. Let me have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for Leo, please. Wow. Saturday, 7 of Swords in the reverse position. And then we have the Strength card that shows up here in the upright for you. So my friends, let me move these over here. What we have going on for you, what I feel is a timing situation when it comes to something that's going on with a home. There's something that you're expecting or something that you're wanting to take place, and this isn't the week for it to show up, which is, it looks like there's some things that are in the works and shaking up, but it doesn't look like this is the week that you're actually going to see the physical final manifestation of it. So the universe is asking you to keep your vibration high while you go through these particular changes this week. Let's see what Master Ganesha has to offer for us. Leo. All right, we got 2 cards. No, we didn't. We got 3. Okay. Let us see what we have, my friends. The first one that we have is Perseverance. Okay. The second card that we have is Childlike Expression. That's keeping the joy in the situation, keeping your mind open and aware for new things to show up. And then the third card that we have is Insight. All right. I will be reading from Insight specifically because that's what they said to do. But Perseverance and Childlike Expression. So let me just read the Insight one really, really quickly because they are hitting me on the head with that one. Let's see what we've got here. Insight 26. Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. So the Insight card, one more time, not that the other ones aren't important, but this is the one that they're like going, this is the big dog right here. All right, Ganesha is focusing your attention to your third eye. Your inner compass knows the key to your true happiness. He's acknowledging that you are in a phase where you can grow and expand your consciousness, and your intuition is the voice of the spirit and soul. It can be heard when you're in a state of calm. You have the ability to tune into a strong, clear connection, and the guidance that you receive from the divine can always, always be trusted. So what they're trying to tell you is and look at the frequency of the colors that are matching between these two cards. All right. Green, yellow, blue. Sound frequency is going to be supportive for you in order to hear your guidance a little bit better. So there's a lot of options on this card. 396 hertz, 417 hertz, 528 hertz, 639, 741, 852, 963, 174, 285. I would say whenever I get to a point where I know that I need to slow down in order to speed up, I always do 396 hertz. It kind of just bridges the gap. But any of the suggestions that are on this card that you feel connected to is going to be something that's going to support you. Any of the ancient sound frequencies, and just make sure that you plug that here into YouTube. There are many artists that do some beautiful things with sound healing, things of that nature. Maybe you have your own crystal bowls or another type of a set that you can utilize yourself. Let me grab one card from the angel prayers, and then we'll go ahead and do some clarifiers and read the specifics. I want to do last week though. I want to see why we're leading up, what's going on into this that maybe I can help you with. Let me read first what's going on with the angels. Angels, what do we have going on for our Leos for this particular week? Thank you. Wow, peaceful warrior, Archangel Ambriel shows up here. The lioness. So, thank you, Ariel, for helping me to ground with peace, I believe is the ultimate message here. It's like you're definitely going to need to ground in what energy is popping up for you this particular week. It's going to be very, very important that you do that. Again, I feel that there's a lot of situations going on with you waiting for something to be completed. It doesn't have to be dramatic. Of course, it could be. But let's see what we've got going on from past energies up until the 8th of this particular week that leads into this reading Dragon Oracle, the Dragon Tarot here for our Leos. Here we go. Wow, that was fast. The World card and the Three of Coins. So waiting for an opportunity to show up to expand you. That's what we've got going on here. Is there anything else? Whoa, yes, there is. Okay. Yeah. So we have a decision being made. There's a lot of balancing that's going on right now. And I have to tell you, when we talk about the Two of Coins and we talk about balance, it is very hard to balance your energy when you've got a lot of different type of stuff coming at you. It takes a very strong person to do that. But you are being asked to stay in your lane and maintain your vibration. The other major arcana that pops out here is the Wheel of Fortune that's showing up in the reverse position. So that's Jupiter's energy. So not only do you have Jupiter, you also have Saturn that are appearing. And then they're talking about something being of a pleasurable area for you. Okay, potentially could be someone from your past popping up. But the Six of Cups has a lot to do with pleasure and journeying into the childlike qualities that we have as well. So I bring this back up because the childlike expression that we have, inner child healing, it literally is the same energy of this particular card here. You have to be able to express yourself. You have to be able to have fun with what's going on. If you're not dealing with a child, if you're not dealing with a child, that's what you got to do. But they are talking to you about continuing to persevere. So same as the whole Two of Pentacles energy. So let's go ahead and see what is going on for you. Again, Monday we have the Six of Swords in the reverse position. So in this deck, it's titled Science. And what we're talking about is the creation or this expansion of something that you want to have. So particularly a manifestation that just hasn't shown up yet. Let's go ahead and clarify what we have going on here for Monday, because with the Judgment card in the reverse position, with the Ace of Swords, you really only have two cards that are showing up here in the upright. You've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position. That doubles up from what showed up here that's carrying forward from you from this week. You have Venus or the Empress in the reverse position. this particular week when it comes to Friday's energy. So really what I'm seeing here is just a shift and a migration. I see frustration that's sitting here because you want to get to this next point, but you're trying to wade yourself through the waters a little bit here. And at the end, the universe is asking you to continue to be strong. You do have the strength within you. But yeah, it looks like you're going to be letting some things go in order to allow that to show up. So let's see what's going on with this Six of Swords specifically for our Leos here. Mercury in Aquarius. That's interesting. All right, so we definitely have the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. That is definitely timing. Okay, that is definitely timing, and it definitely also has something to do with the lack of passion potentially for something else that has been going on or that was put into your awareness. Then we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is an acceptance of something that needs to show up. So it could be that there's an acceptance of a job offer or something that you're maybe not seeing. Maybe you were offered a job and you're just like, that's not for me. I don't really want to do that. You've taken some time to evaluate what that would do for you. Let's see what else we have here. And then we have, the Three of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So you got the Ace of Swords here. You've got the Three of Discs. So this is very, very interesting. That is exactly what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like you were perhaps invited to a situation, a project. I can stretch it to relationship, although that's not the feeling that I'm getting out of this right now. Three of Cups into the Ace of Swords is like there is this joyful moment if you can find the clarity in order to see that type of a situation. So you got two aces, and then you have the Three and the Four of Cups that are sitting here with the Six of Swords in the reverse position. So what I'm going to tell you is this: if you felt as though an offer or a situation that was presented to you wasn't for you, then perhaps that's the joy that you're feeling with this clarity that came out of that particular situation. Let's move forward. You know, you got to always trust yourself. Let's talk about Pluto, the Aeon. Okay, this is the same thing as Pluto. This is the Aeon in this particular deck, showing up. Judgment in the reverse position. Let's see what we've got here. You have Temperance in the reverse position. Sagittarius, Major Arcana. You have Mercury, the Magician, in the reverse position. And you have the Tower. I said that there was something that was going on here. You definitely, with all of these are Major Arcana, I'm going to dig down into my storybook here, so be patient because we're going to dig in. Not being patient or not moderating something that's going on, the Magician or Mercury in the reverse position in communication or flow that was not necessarily how it is that you needed to have it show up, perhaps a partnership or a union of some sort not coming to fruition. And then the Tower card, Mars, coming in to say, yeah, no, this isn't the thing. I definitely feel that this has something to do with either work or a relationship. It has something to do with the union. Where are the, here they are. The cards, all Major Arcana. I have to take it a little further. So let me go into the Oracle of the Radiant Sun and see what's going on here specifically for our Leos. All right. What is going on with Leo? Temperance. We got Aeon in reverse, Temperance in reverse, Magician in reverse, and a Tower. Definite shakeup for something that's coming. So we have the energy of Aries in Mercury. There's some restlessness that's showing up here. We definitely have the Sun in Cancer, which is being a little, not thinking of resources or feeling as though you're not resourceful. And we also have riches coming up here. So it's like, yeah, you're waiting for this damn thing to show up here. Capricorn energy in Saturn, except it's in the reverse position, meaning that this is not the thing. What is going on? Publicity, Leo energy in, wow. It's like they're pointing you, it's like you have this knowing or this knowledge of something that was putting you in the public light, and you're waiting for something, you're waiting for this completion of this cycle, and it's just not done yet. What else do we have here? Ooh, yeah, a lot of aggressive energy from the past energy. A quarrel, Mars in Cancer, lack of independence, a lot of assertion and criticism coming on. So yeah, there's a lot of heavy, stuck, thick energy with this energy on Tuesday here. If you are receiving criticism from perhaps someone, again, presented you with an opportunity, whether it was a job or, you know, something of that nature, someone is trying to approach you about some sort of a partnership or of a combination of energies, and you're just like, nah, it's not for me. You could be taking a little bit of heat from that. So I don't see social media, although I keep seeing social media in my viewpoint here. Something to do with it, or there could have been a quarrel that happened in the public eye. An argument of some sort, or disagreement of some sort. So that's a lot of heavy energy. Let's find out then what this clarity is, because on Wednesday, where'd I put them? Here we go. On Wednesday, we do have the Ace of Swords that shows up here. So that is the clarity. It has a lot to do also with it being an air sign, your thought processes, and the ability to now have enough information in one sense to be able to communicate out what it is that you need, what it is that you want, what is it that's on your heart. So we've got the Eight of Swords that's showing up in the upright, being a little bit twisted and stuck in your thought process. All these negative energies hitting on you, hanging around you. There it is. There's the Lovers in the reverse position. Whether it's an actual romantic situation or a business partnership or a very close relationship with someone, the clarity of the decision that you needed for something that was done in the past, it's done. This is what you have to do. You have to take this sword now, okay? You got to take this sword with this clarity, and you have to tell, you're going to release yourself or try to unbind yourself from this Eight of Swords, because no one's holding in those swords. It's just the energy that's around you at this particular moment. But with the major arcana of the Gemini sitting here in the reverse position, that definitely means that there is a decision that may not have been viewed as favorable by other people, but the Chariot is saying, yes, you did the right thing. So you moved forward in a way that you're supposed to be able to move forward, and or this particular situation or outcome is going to allow you to do that, okay? Let's move forward to the Three of Pentacles in the reverse position when we get to Thursday, this 11-11 gateway here. Let's see what we've got. Three of Pentacles in the reverse, this Mars energy with Virgo, or Capricorn. It's not working. Something is not right. The foundation is not strong. Something is missing. Something is missing. And if that's enough for you to make a decision about your future, then that's enough, right? Let's see what we've got going on here. Ooh, High Priestess in the you're going to realize it if you haven't realized it, the situation. High Priestess is going to come to reveal all of the details, the back end of details that you needed to know about this particular situation to help you feel confident in a particular situation. And we have the Two of Cups in the reverse position. Oh, wow. Then we have the King of Cups in the upright. Okay. So listen. listen, Linda. The High Priestess showing up in the sideways position is meaning that you're open enough to receiving the detail that's coming through. But the Two of Cups showing up in the reverse position, like I said, has a lot to do with partnership. It has a lot to do with someone that you felt very, very close to, and a decision being made already when it came to something that was close to the heart, close to the vest. But what I'm getting out of this with this King of Cups being in the upright is just like, cool breeze, man. The answer was no. I said my piece and counted to 3. I've moved on. You know what I mean? I'm fine with the particular situation. I needed to do what I needed to do for me. Now, sometimes the King of Cups gets a bad rap because they think that he's a little cold. But what he's doing is he's bobbing and weaving. He's bobbing and weaving with the waves, with the up and down of the waves. He's not letting anything bother him at that particular moment. It's a good position to be in, especially if you've gone through some strife, right? So let's see what's going on here when we get to Friday with the Empress. You got the major arcana of the Empress in the reverse position. So what do we got going on here? Not creating an opportunity for manifesting new things? Let's see. Well, we have the King of Wands energy in the reverse position. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Wands and the Four of Swords. So listen, I really do feel that somebody here is just being called out. And I think that you're handling the situation the best way that you can. So the King of Wands that's here on the back end, right, usually indicates entrepreneurial energy. Doesn't always have to be, but it definitely indicates someone who is backing their energy down. I kind of feel that there is an evaluation process, and I really do feel that this happens to be you. You're evaluating what's going on with your autonomy with this 9 of Pentacles, right? And it had a lot to do with your ships wanting to come in, this opportunity that it is that you want. And this 4 of Swords energy that we have here is getting over the dramatics from what other people put you through and allowing that 4th sword, that Ace of Swords, to come through and provide you with that clarity. I really feel that this is the only reason that you're not in manifestation mode at this minute. You're just trying to clear the air and get through all the stuff that was going on here. So when we get to the energy of Saturday, we are in the 7 of Swords energy in the reverse position. It's not the first time it showed up this week and all the other readings. Do you know what I mean? It's like, this is my stalker card, and so is the High Priestess. Like, the universe is sharing with you, and you're getting the clarity that you needed for these next steps. So the Futility card, or the 7 of Swords in the reverse position, again, Moon in Aquarius, is saying that there's nothing. There's no hidden agenda. There's no secrets. There's all the cards are out on the table. There's nothing crazy making that's going on at this particular moment. You're releasing anything that would be considered a negative type of a stitch. Wow. Do we have a whole story, and they want me to take all of them. So this is what we're going to do. Oh my goodness. All right. So first we have the Page of Pentacles with the 8 of Cups. Someone is questioning your walking away from a different type of a situation. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but the Page of Pentacles is talking about new prosperity that is on its way toward you. So someone's trying to talk you out of it. They're trying to talk you out of it, because then it jumps up to the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a lot of fast communication, a lot of incoming messages with this individual, the Queen, who feels like things are more stable over here. Okay? Then what we have is this decision with this 2 of Wands. Like, look, it's almost like there's a second opportunity or the decision that someone's trying to present you with. Like, we're going to give you another opportunity to make this choice again. 2 of Wands. There's definitely a choice and a decision that needs to be made here. But the opposition that we've got going on here is a stalemate in a sense. We've got the Hierophant in reverse, also with the Aries Major Arcana of the Emperor that's in the reverse position. Someone is feeling as though maybe you're not learning the lesson in this grandiose gesture that they're trying to make or put you through at this particular second. So the Hierophant comes in, and he is about organization. So is the energy of the Emperor. This is like major organization. Higher learning organization, could be college, something of that particular nature, but it has a lot to do with being in a bigger group of people. And like I said, what I feel is that you've already made your decision about the things that are right for you, and so you're just trying to hang on in there. Let's take a look at the Strength card, and this is the 9 of Wands in this particular deck. I think I've mentioned before that Rider-Waite changed the placement and order of a couple of different cards. So this is the Strength card in this particular deck, the 9 of Rods, or the 9 of Wands, meaning that you've gone through everything that you needed to go through. You definitely have what it takes in order to take this next step, and you just have to have confidence in yourself. Major Sagittarius energy that's popping up in this one as far as signage is concerned. All right, 9 of Rods, please. Yep, 10 of Cups. Happy communication, feeling completely satisfied, a good family home, communication. 10 of Cups, if you're not married, having a lot to do. Yeah, and then you go into the 5 of Cups, you're healing from that old situation. Almost, well. And then we have the Knight of Cups showing up again, offering. We go from the King of Cups down to the Knight of Cups. Someone trying to come in and be the White Knight of the situation. take another one on that one. It definitely is this. And then you've got the star card that the star card showing up, talking about hope and faith and healing and restoration in this particular situation. And if you need something, this is the time for you to go in with this strength being presented to you to offer it is what it is that you need. At the end of the day, what it boils down to is if you are stressing out about finances when it comes to making a shift in your life, this is another opportunity for you to wish upon that star and tell the universe what it is that you need, so that they can come in and provide it. Again, this basically boils down to you waiting for something to be finished and completed so that you can move on, or the universe is presenting you with this opportunity, with this major situation that shows up here, so that you can move on, and you're just trying to do you. That's how I feel about this particular reading, this particular week. You're trying really, really hard to do you as an individual. Let me see if I can pull. I'm going to put these ones now. Yeah, I'm going to put these ones back in. I want to get another perspective on the outcome of this for Leo. So I'm going to go and finish it off with the dragon. I just feel called to do that right now with all these bigger energetics that are here. Leo. Shit, we got the World card again. We have the Four of Swords. Having had the rest that you needed, receiving the information. Same card as this one. And then you actually have the Magician that shows up. Okay, so you definitely have, and you want this one as well, Nine of Cups coming in. You definitely are going to be in a position by the end of this situation. This is going to lead into the following week for you as well, okay? So the World is here again, okay, because that has to do with your outcome. You're gonna receive the rest and the information that it is that you need with that Four of Swords downloads. You are going to receive the benefit of the Magician this particular week at the end. That will be able to help you. Mercury coming in to help you. And then you will eventually get to this Nine of Cups moment that is here. So, but you are going to be feeling people's pressure. You're going to definitely feel people's conversation and pressure and energy in this. A lot of Pentacle energy, a lot of Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy that is in here. You know, really pushing it and beating on you a little bit. But, you know, at the end of the day, you got to stick to your guns. And if you are needing to make a change, or you feel like you need to make a different decision, then that's a fair decision for you to make as well. It's about evaluating and realizing that, you know, you're not in control of the biggest timing on the planet. But if there's something that you're not passionate about, you know that, and you don't want to waste any time doing something that you really don't want to do. And if it has something to do with challenges going on within the home front, like I said, you have to do you. You have to be consistent for what it is that you need to do. They're showing me a track now of a separation that could potentially be taking place, and then one parent challenging the other parent when it comes to custody of the child or where the kid's going to go. That's just one potential track that's coming out from one of the streams that they're showing me. But at the end of the day, you know, the devil literally is in the details. What is it that you need? And if you are being strong in your faith in yourself and your capacity to make the decision, then that's what you got to do. Thank you. We have two cards. The first one is be honest. Honesty and communication. That's the first one. Honesty and communication. Be honest in your communication outward to other people. Okay? And then the second one is you need to make sure that you raise and continue to keep your vibration raised as high as you possibly can, so that you can be capable of making the follow-up conversations and decisions that are going to come out of other people coming at you maybe a little bit this week. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get into the placements now. All right? So if you are a Leo Sun, this definitely has some romantic overtones for you with the 7th house of partnerships. Libra energy for sure. So this Empress could definitely be the Libra that you could be dealing with in your relationship. You know, Knight of Wands in reverse. Doesn't matter if it's male or female. It definitely means that there's a pulling back of energy about moving forward towards something, that's for sure. So you have 7th house relationship, partnerships, Venus, Libra energy that is here. The biggest issue and component for you this week is going to be this 2 of Wands energy that we have. Now listen, I tell you guys all the time, there is no right or wrong when you pull the 2 of Wands. You can go left or you can go right. The only thing it's asking you to do is take a little bit of time so that you feel confident and comfortable with the decision that you make. But both of the paths eventually come out towards kind of the same location. So you want to do the thing that's going to make you feel more comfortable. What we have here also is an opportunity for coming together, okay? Yin and yang. There is an opportunity for coming together. You have Archangel Ambriel who's stepping forward, okay? And I'm going to read you the passage from what Ambriel wants to be able to share with you this particular week. Let me get that little book here. So Ambriel is a fire energy. He works under Archangel Michael. And Ambriel is talking about you being in, holding your integrity. That's literally what's going on here. Hold your integrity. He looks after people seeking the truth of a particular situation. He also enjoys granting happiness to all long-term relationships where it makes sense. You might be tempted to do something, and this is why he's popping forward. You might be tempted to do something based upon this relationship that's not you. And they want you to be in your full authenticity and integrity on this particular moment. So if you feel that you need some additional support, call on Ambriel to come support you this particular week. Think before you act. Take the time to take a minute to think before you act. And then the energy that we have from the Lightworker Oracle deck is Master Healing. And so I'll read you quickly the passage that comes out of this one. Let's see. Turn the page. Master Healing. So, as you meditate, remain true to what inspires your heart and commit to your spiritual path. You're becoming an increasingly powerful healer yourself. You are here to live your own life, to be true to what generally moves you. The unconditionally loving guide and ascended master, Serapis Bey, S-E-R-A-P-I-S, Bey is B-E-Y. Serapis Bey comes to you now with a blessing of master healing to further your success on your path. You're being told 15 ways from Sunday. Do you. Do what you feel is right in this particular situation for you at this moment in time, okay? Now, if you are a Leo rising, you have 2 different angels that are stepping forward, and the first thing that you should be aware of is a Virgo energy. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. I analyze. So I can tell you, because Virgo is very heavy in my chart, that we do tend to want to have things lined up in a very specific way. And this energy that we have here, I just want to make sure, because sometimes they switch them up. Yeah, no, they do. Hermit, you got to go in. You've got to be the hermit at this particular moment. You've got to analyze those details if that's what you want to do. Go within, seek counsel with spirit. Say, listen, this is what I want to do. Give me your perspective on the outcome, or share with me what you think is in the best and highest good, and listen to what they have to say. They're gonna support you either way, but they will tell you, we think this one will be a little bit more quick to gold than having to go through bronze and silver. So let them figure that out. The biggest issue for you this week is staying on top of the situation and not letting people get you down. 7 of Wands energy. Do not let people get you down. You are on top of the situation, and people are going to be coming at you this particular week. Deep intuition. You have a knowing. You definitely have a knowing. Okay? Now you have 2 angels that stepped forward for you this particular week, and so we're going to go through both of them. Okay? The first angel that pops through is Archangel Ambriel, and Archangel Ambriel is responsible for Gemini-born people. Okay? The second angel that comes through is Ramiel. And Ramiel comes through with a different perspective as well. So it's possible that you have Gemini in your chart, but we'll go ahead and take a look at both of these quickly. Let's first focus on Ambriel, and both of these angels are air angels, communication angels, okay? So let's go ahead and see how they are helping. Nope, I want Ambriel. So let's go down 2 more. There she is. This is about an opportunity. So she wants you to talk about an opportunity. She is obviously the angel that works after the people that is born under the sign of Gemini, but she's involved for any matters regarding communication that's necessary, okay? So you can call on her as well. You should be presented with an opportunity to make some significant progress. It's important that you fully prepare to seize the opportunity when it arrives. So discuss the situation with people who can give you suggestions and impartial advice, and listen carefully, but decide yourself how to make the most of this opportunity. Okay, so that is Ambriel. All right, Ambriel. Alrighty then, you know, people that make cards, could you stop writing on yellow text? It just makes it so hard to show up. Okay. Now we're going to move on to Ramiel. And Ramiel is here to talk to you about compassion. Okay? So he is the angel of mercy and love. He is tasked to encourage empathy, kindness, compassion, and understanding. Okay? He's here holding a small child on his lap because the child has been crying and is now starting to smile when he feels the energy of this his undying love here. Okay? But definitely you will be called upon with a challenge. You will be called upon to perform a small act of kindness, generosity, or compassion. You should do this willingly, and you will gain much more from your generosity and kindness than the recipient will. So they are using you this particular week to bless somebody else. And that's going to be one way of helping you get through this thought process that you might have about maybe being a little bit stuck, but how do I get to this next level? Help someone else. That always helps to clear the field and, helps you vibe up a little bit as well. Now, the card that you guys have from the Lightworker Oracle deck is the Reassurance of the Golden Light. Okay? So Reassurance of the Golden Light has to do with the Golden Light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It's an embrace from the universe itself as an expression of divine comfort and as a sign of hope. When the Golden Light appears, it's a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They are held in the graceful hands of the divine and will be resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you could even expect or imagine. So it's going to work itself out. Okay, so that is a wonderful way to wrap up that one for the risings. Now, if you are a moon sign, Leo moon, a lot of this has to do with you healing. Chiron, we talked about this. The healing energetics of what Chiron is bringing through is absolutely what this has to do with. So Chiron, those asteroids are so important. It talks about your personal healing in the situation, healing your personal involvement in any type of a situation. And so that's really what we've got going on here. We do again have the Eight of Cups. This is the most important thing for you, walking away from things that no longer serve you. This is the energetics that is the most important thing for you to contemplate this upcoming week, okay? The Eight of Cups. You've done everything that you can do in this particular situation. There isn't anything else that's going to turn around for you in one sense. You need to be prepared to walk away from something, even if it's the way that you're doing it now, so that you can try to do something else to change. And what they have here is nourish. Nourish your soul, nourish your body, and keep yourself into control. Now, this angel has popped up a lot. The first thing I'm going to tell you now is that you have an invitation to connect. The universe really wants to talk to you right now. The universe really wants to talk to you about what it is that they can help you with. So I'd be all over it on Thursday, the 11:11 gateway. Do whatever you got to do to get to a grounded point where you can connect in. You need 10 minutes. You don't have to be a master person that does, sitting outside for like umpteen hours in a day. You need 10 minutes. Work yourself up to those 5-10 minutes, right? Start with 2, then go to 5, then go to 7 or 8, and then work your way up to 10 minutes of just completely zoning out. And when you are zoning out, the universe can come in and share conversation with you. This is the second time that this angel has popped up we have Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel comes in as, they're telling me to slow down. Okay. Archangel Jophiel is an earth angel, so he works with Uriel. And what it is that he does is he comes in and he helps to release you from the feeling of shoulda, woulda, coulda, in one sense. I should have done that. I should have known better. But he takes all of that crazy energy out of your energetic body and clears you of that. So Jophiel, okay? And then the other angel that comes in, which is very interesting to me, is Archangel Muriel. Archangel Muriel is the angel that is responsible for Cancer-born individuals, and what he's talking about is managing your emotions this week. That's exactly what he's talking about. Manage and control your emotions this week, and if you need help, call on Muriel and he will support you as well. Okay, so you've got a lot of additional guidance here for, you know, what the angels want to be able to give to you. Again, peaceful warrior is what, you know, we're strong enough for you to fight your fight, but do with the things that you need to do with integrity, grace, ease, and as much peace as you possibly can. And you can also call on Archangel Ambriel to help you as much as you possibly need with tempering, like calming down your temper, if that's what you need. So let's go ahead and read the details here in our sacred geometry and see if there's anything else I can offer to help you that I haven't already articulated. Let us see. All right. If you want to use a mantra or have something to think about this week, then what we're talking about is, today I allow myself to nurture my mind, body, and spirit to bring me back to a state of balance and harmony. Today, I allow myself to nurture my mind, body, and spirit to bring me back to a state of balance and harmony. Today, I allow myself to nurture my mind, body, and spirit to bring me back to a state of balance and harmony. And so it is. Okay? So you may need a healing to deal with the current issue in your life that could have an attachment to potentially a past life as well. And whether it be gaining an understanding or a need to forgive or release, it can be done by cutting cords and ties and letting go under the guidance of a light worker. So that's a lot of the energetics that I do, but there's also other people that can help you do that. You know, maybe you can find some of that in your local area, but you can call on Archangel, you can call on your pantheon of people, you can call on your spirit guides and others. If you don't know the angel's name and you just know your spirit guides, then call your spirit guides and say, I need to cut all hooks, cords, and attachments, and they'll bring in the right angel that's going to get the job done for you outside of the ones that we've already just talked about. Of course, Michael and Raphael they love doing that, man. That is part of their jam. But the solfeggio frequencies that we're talking about here will help you in those meditations to raise your vibration. And the higher your vibration is raised, the easier it is for those energetic beings to come in and do the work. See, you have to go high, but they have to lower yourself. So it's like you're kind of meeting each other 50-50 in a way. It's like we got to get to this perfect point where we can help you do the work. You've got to be open. You've got to be open to do it. So sometimes if you've had a particularly stressful day and you cannot get to a point where you can just get to a point where you can get into a meditative state, doing it right before you go to bed is probably the easiest thing. Pray before you go to bed. Ask your ancestors, your spirit guides to work on your energetic body while you sleep. And that's the easiest way to do it. If you do have a problem with meditation, that's what I would suggest for you. Okay. So again, this is all about perseverance this week. Childlike joy. Find any nugget of time that you can be joyful, persevering through the situation. But also, very many of you connecting in, tuning in, and tapping into your third eye, your insight, and knowing that what's right for you is for you. So whether you are a Leo sun, a rising, or a moon, I hope that you got some pretty good information and an opportunity to kind of figure out what you can sidestep this week and really hold on to in order to help you walk through this particular week. Again, 1111 portal is really, really big. Utilize that energy as best as you possibly can. This is only temporary because you are going to get there at the end. But if you can hang on this particular week, it's going to change for you. So do it to the best of your ability. Many, many, many blessings. And we will talk to you next week. Bye.